Hey everyone, so here is going to be a pretty quick review of the Samsung Watch Ultra's Trail Band. So what I have here is this like dark gray with black on the outside, and then you have the orange accents on this little guy here, which I believe is metal, and then you have the metal clasp here as well, and it does say Samsung on it. So I think this is a nice looking band. You do have these holes all throughout here, which is for where you want to move this guy. So getting this thing into place is a bit of a pain in the butt. So first thing you have to do, where it says pull, you pull that on out, flip it on up, so then the pull is upside down. Then you can go ahead and remove, I have to push where it says pull. You go ahead and remove this like so. And you have these two rods, and these two rods can go into any of these spots on the band. So try to get mine back to where I just had it, and it just literally goes through there. And then once it's sticking out, flip the pull back around, line it on up, snap into place like you heard there. It took me 4 or 5 tries to get this thing placed in correctly. Even now it's probably not quite right, but then once it is on there, it is pretty easy to get on. So go ahead and put it there. Once it is over your wrist, kind of push the watch while pulling on the strap. I like to get my watches nice and tight. Once it is on like that, so I think I may have messed up where I put it, but it's okay. Then we'll take the clasp here and there and snap it into place. It's hard to show off on camera with my wrist, but then you got it in place. So I do like mine nice and snug. This might be a little bit too snug, but this is actually pretty stretchy, which is awesome. But one thing I do not really care for the most about this watch band, and I think you'll get used to over time, is just a bit of a rough fabric material. It is not the softest of things. I think the reasoning behind that is because this again is a trail band. So if you are off hiking, running a trail, stuff like that, mountain biking, and you hit this against something like a tree branch or whatever, it isn't going to rip as easily as something that is more soft. But it's definitely a bit of a rougher fabric. Hopefully that makes some sense there. It is not the softest of things. But again, with that said, after wearing it for a little bit, I do get used to it. As long as you don't have it too snug, like mine's super snug. But if you don't have it too snug, I think you'll get used to it. And I think over time it will become better, but it's something to note. It is a bit rough. Getting the band off, just take your thumb, is what I do, and where the clasp is, just kind of push it forward, and it comes right off easily. I think if you're wearing this and you were to somehow smack something into it in that exact way, it might pop off. Otherwise, I don't think it'll come off too easy. Then we just kind of do that, and then there we go. So it's a very nice looking band. I think it's gonna be a very durable fabric band. I said I really do like the way it looks. It is just a little bit on the rougher side, but I'd probably give it like a 3.5 to 4 stars out of 5. So it does fit actually pretty nice, and once it's on, it's not bad for uncomfortableness. It's just getting it on is a bit of a pain, and at first it is a bit uncomfortable because it is kind of scratchy, it's kind of rough. But yeah, I think it looks really cool too with the orange accents there. But you all let me know what you think. I do recommend this band. I think Samsung sells them for like $80, which is insane. Hopefully Amazon will get third-party ones pretty soon here. Now let me know what you think. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one. See you next time. Goodbye.